the silent passenger. The rain was coming down in sheets, turning the city into a blur of headlights and wet glass. Malik gripped the steering wheel of his beat-up rideshare car, watching droplets crawl across the windshield like veins. It was nearly 2 a.m., the hour when rides were few but strange. The request had come from an unmarked address, a lonely stretch of road by the industrial district. Malik didn't like that. Too many empty warehouses, too much darkness. But the app had offered triple pay, and bills didn't forgive nerves. He slowed when he saw the figure waiting by the curb, a man in a long, dark coat, head bowed beneath a hood. No luggage, no umbrella, no sound. The door opened with a hollow thud. The man slid in without a word, the wet smell of rain and something metallic drifting in with him. "Where to?" Malik asked, tapping the screen. The voice that answered was low, almost rehearsed. "Drive." Malik hesitated. "Yeah, but drive where? Just drive." Something in the way the words stretched unsettled him, but the night was quiet and the app was still ticking. He shifted into gear. For the first few miles, silence ruled. Malik adjusted the rearview mirror, a nervous habit, and froze. The back seat was empty. His heart hammered. He snapped his head over his shoulder. The man was there. Sitting, still as stone, but in the mirror, nothing. He looked again. The seat behind him creaked slightly, a shadow pressed into the leather, the faint glint of eyes under the hood. Real, solid. But the mirror refused to acknowledge it. Malik gripped the wheel tighter, knuckles white. Seatbelt back there?" His voice cracked. No response. The rain thickened, hammering the car. The GPS rerouted itself without his touch, glowing faintly with a looping circle. The same streets, repeating. He passed the same gas station 3 times. "Hey," Malik stammered, his throat dry. "I think the system's bugged. You got an address?" From the back seat came a whisper, so faint he thought it might have been the rain. "You'll take me there." Malik swallowed hard. "Take you where?" The whisper grew sharper. "You'll know." The road stretched endlessly, the city twisting into a maze of wet asphalt and flickering lamps. Malik's eyes darted to the meter. It had stopped counting. Frozen. He checked the mirror again. Still nothing. His chest burned with panic. Finally, he slammed on the brakes. The car screeched, tires hissing on the soaked pavement. He spun around. The seat was empty. The door hadn't opened. The wet mark on the leather was gone. Only silence. Malik sat trembling, the only sound his ragged breath. He forced himself to face forward, and there, in the mirror, sat the passenger. Smiling, now visible only in reflection. The whisper returned, curling in his skull like smoke. "Now, you drive for me?" The car rolled forward on its own. Malik's hands weren't on the wheel. The city outside shifted into unfamiliar streets, darker than any he'd ever known. The rain no longer touched the glass, and Malik never saw his own reflection again.